Gunline. Fire mission coming down. I'm your host, Lopez, and I'd like to welcome you here to On The Gunline podcast. We shoot the shit like we did in the past. So pop a squat because it's about to get hot. You're on The Gunline now. Today's guest, he hails from the great state of Colorado, or as I like to call it, the herbal state. And we met while serving together at 277 FA in Fort Carson. He's been out for a minute now, so we can talk shit about military experiences all we want without repercussions. But at the same time, he is an entrepreneur, so I'm sure he has to watch out what he has to say as well. So with that, let's go ahead and shoot the shit with my homeboy Colin. What's up, brother? Welcome to the Gun Line.
What's up, man? How's everybody doing? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself, bro?
Dude, I'm good. Like, life is good. Straight, man.
I see you look really good, man. You looking healthy.
The beard.
The beard, bro. Fear that beard. Dude,
yeah.
Hey, according to 670-1, that might be allowed nowadays, so.
No, dude, like, there's so much shit to change, like, just as you were getting out, as I was getting out, and now, I'm glad, like, I got out when I got out, but, yeah, there's a lot of shit that's changed, man.
Bro, you are not fucking kidding. I've heard so much shit that's changed, man. And we'll delve into that a little bit too as well. So those that don't know you, man, hey, you know, give us a little back briefing about you, man. Who is Colin?
So I was born in Kansas. I moved to Mexico when I was like, I don't know how many months old. And I grew up there for, I don't even know how many years. So actually Spanish was my first language.
Oh,
down in Chihuahua. So my dad's he was a migrant worker. So he floated from state to state and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's from Chihuahua. But we kind of went from there to Texas and Colorado. And finally we settled down in Colorado, I think like elementary, middle school. So
Okay.
Native of northern Colorado, up in the Greeley area and little country towns. But I grew up playing soccer. Always wanted to be an archaeologist. So
Get the fuck out of here, archaeologist.
Yeah, dude, like Indiana Jones is my shit, bro. That and Atlantis and all that stuff. But yeah, dude, I played soccer pretty competitively, and yeah, dude, I joined a little bit late, like kind of like Leon's story that he had. Like we kind of have a similar background when it comes to certain shit. So.
Oh, word, no shit. How old were you when you joined?
Just right before I turned 26, so I was 25 going on 26.
Okay, so you were like me because I joined when I was 26. Actually, my first day at 95th was my fucking 27th birthday, bro.
Okay.
Fucking A. You know what sucked too? It was fucking Thanksgiving weekend. So we were extended in 95th, and I thought that was boot camp. So I was completely thrown for a fucking loop as to what basic training was going to be like, bro.
Yeah, dude.
When the real drill sergeants came over, shit got fun.
Yeah, and ain't too many people know about that cattle truck and all that other shit. Fucking yeah, bro. It's
What year did you?
What's that?
What year did you join?
I went into delayed entry, so I ended up going in February of 04.
Oh, no, February 04. Okay, yeah, I went in November of 04. Yeah. So fucking dude, what battery were you in?
Delta and Echo.
Echo 122 or first of the 40th?
122.
So wait, was Amaral your fucking drill sergeant?
Oh, bro, that dude fucking 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like he couldn't go past like 5 in cadence because he had to go to a different count.
Oh shit. So
yeah. I told him about that shit when I first got to 277. He was the first sergeant. I was like, dude, you was my first sergeant. And I told him that shit, and he kind of looked at me sideways a little bit like, hey, motherfucker. But yeah, he wasn't like, I mean, he was part of the Echo battery, like drill sergeants. Mm-hmm. I had some mean-ass little Puerto Rican dude. He had like a small man complex. Oh. And like, at the time, was like the biggest black dude I ever knew, drill sergeant Noel. So
with the gold tooth?
Yeah. Oh, no. I don't know if Noel did. There was another one. He was a tall, skinny-ass motherfucker that had
that's
to go
the one I remember. Holy
okay.
So, that motherfucker was evil looking, but he could sing.
So real quick.
Yeah,
that dude was fucking, he was funny. Like he was, I'm gonna put my foot so far up your ass, you're gonna taste the fucking sweat from my knees, gonna quench your thirst. Like that was his go-to thing, right?
Yeah.
But So we got allowed towards the end. I don't even know what cycles. I don't remember the cycling, but it was kind of like towards the end of it, right? And we already passed boot camp. We were in AIT.
Right.
So we were doing OSET. Yep. And we had got a pass, had asked, whatever, and it was one day on a Saturday if we go to the carnival. They had some kind of function going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get over there, and we're all excited, right? We're like, fuck yeah, we're going to go on the rides and this and that. You know, Dressar's right. Like, hey, don't be acting a fool. I'm going to fuck you up when you get back, blah, 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 whatever. Right. So, cool. So as soon as we get there, I guess there's some chick that he was dating who ended up being I don't know if it was the in processing or like boot camp Sergeant Major's daughter.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, shit.
So she's like, hey, motherfucker. Like, as soon as we get there, she's like, what the blah, blah, blah. And like, me and the guys, we're trying not to be eavesdropping and whatnot because we don't want to get ass whooped, right? Walking by, he's like, who are you talking to? Like, trying to, like, save face in front of us.
Right.
But she's like, fuck you, motherfucker. You a oodle and a noodle. And, dude, she just started going off on his ass.
Oh.
Or, like, you just hear the guys going, like, oh. Hey, you remember Burns, Markeel?
Yeah.
Me and him were in the same one.
Oh,
we was in the same battery.
Okay,
yeah.
Right on, dude. Right on.
So, but yeah, so he could tell you about his dad. Matter of fact, I think that was his drill sergeant.
Oh, shit. Dude. I'm sure somebody got their asses smoked when he got back.
It wasn't us, but yeah, I'm sure somebody did.
Fucking
but yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's up. And what was your first duty station when you got out?
Fort Drum.
Oh, well, before we get there, why did you end up joining the Army? Because, I mean, archaeology.
So like I said, like I said, me and Leon kind of have a similar background. So when I graduated high school, me and actually one of my very best friends, oldest friends, we wanted to do the Marine buddy program.
Okay.
Where you kind of going together and shit, right? That ended working out. Like I said, I played soccer pretty competitively and had some friends that were trying to get me to go to college and all this other stuff. So kind of waited that out. That didn't happen. Started doing what teenagers and younger adolescents do.
Yep.
So I got into it pretty bad, dude. Probably for a couple years, I was on the La Pipa también. So,
okay.
But yeah, dude. So I started slanging. One of my brother's best friends almost OD'd over some shit that I sold him. Like I didn't know he was an addict though.
Right.
But yeah, so like I just saw I was either gonna fucking die or go to prison, bro. So fast forward, so many years, I meet my now wife. Like I had seen her again. Like I had seen her back in high school. And then I had seen her again at a club. I was like, oh shit. And I already had she was 3, I think, at the time. And I just remember one day, bro, I'm feeling to get high. Fucking go tweak out. My daughter's on the couch. And I was like, I just kind of had like a moment of like realization.
Right.
And I called my brother up and I was like, hey, bro, I was like, you need to get me here, dude. Fucking come get all my shit out of my house and fucking, we need to get rid of it. Okay. So like my daughter didn't know anything, you know what I mean? Right. But I did. So, and I knew I wanted to fucking be with my wife. I wanted to do so for my daughter and shit like that. And as I still had aspirations of playing soccer. And dude, they told me, he's like, hey, man, he's like, you can play. He's like, you can try out for the All-Army team and stuff like that.
Okay.
So the crew kind of fed into that a little bit too, like, oh, yeah, All-Army, blah, 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 right. Which I knew I could easily made it. But, so, yeah, the reason I joined was, Army or fucking prison or dead, dude.
Got
so,
it, dude. Yeah, a lot of us have a story similar to that. I completely understand that shit, dude. That's what's up. So you made the right decision, for yourself at the time. So how the fuck did you end up at 13 Bravo?
So going to maps, dude, and fucking they're like, oh yeah, do your fucking ASVAB, all that other shit. I get there. I always wanted to do fucking like counterintelligence, like spy shit. Tony, bro, I was into some weird shit going on. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm a CIA asset and all that other shit. And so I get there, and dude's like, you speak Spanish? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, you should go to fucking counter. Or, as a matter of fact, I wanted to go intel, and they're like, you should go counter intel and do all that other shit. I was like, bet. So before I go do the secret clearance and all that other shit, they're like, they do a background check. He's like, whoa, you owe back pay on child support. I was like, what the fuck you talking about? He's like, it shows you owe like, I don't know, like $2 or $3 grand. I was like, ain't no fucking way. Well, come to find out, my baby mom at the time, because I was floating in out of jobs. I was doing my side gig, street pharmaceuticals. So I didn't go through the legit way of paying her child support. Right. I give her a check here, money order there. She went into social services and be like, nah, he never gave me none of that shit. So just like that, I was in arrears, bro.
Right.
So that kind of fucked me. Either way, dude's like, well, I got another job. He's like, you want to sit inside of a tank and blow some shit up, maybe blow some people? I'll give you $6,000. Saw a little video. I was like, fuck it, why not?
Fucking video, man.
13 Bravo.
Yeah, man, that fucking video got me, dude. I wanted to be a fucking tanker, and nope, no tanker slots open. Pop in the video of a fucking paladin. I thought, a tank. That's what I want to fucking do. Nope.
Yeah.
I should have watched the whole fucking video and seen what advanced party and all that bullshit is.
Right? Shit,
Dude,
bro.
that's what's up. So you went to Fort Drum, which actually you and I, we have a similar battle buddy in common. May he rest in peace, which is Snowburger. Because Snowburger and I went to basic together. And I remember seeing him just before that incident occurred and shit, not to get all, emotional on this shit. But that was my little buddy, man. He was only 17 years old. And I remember seeing him out there at the BIOP. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? What's going on, Snowberg? How are you doing and shit? And he's like, yeah, I just got here. They wouldn't let me deploy and whatnot. And sure enough, then when I saw his name in the Stars and Stripes, dude, that shit broke my ass. I was like, fuck. That was
bro, fucking
day.
He was he was in my section, just bright-eyed, bushy-tailed private, bro, fucking big-ass chaw in his mouth, you know what I mean? Like, what's up, PFC? What's up, PFC? What's up, specialist? Because I got promoted pretty fast. And but yeah, dude, he was all about it. Like, he wanted to be a soldier. He wanted to deploy. I talked to his mom every now and then, but everybody was around, dude. And they wouldn't let him because he was still 17, you know what I mean? And I've heard some conflicting stories as to why they ended up sending him.
Okay.
Which kind of upset me if any of it was true. But yeah, on his 18th birthday is when they waited until he went. So, but yeah, dude, I was May 11th, bro. I was actually in Qatar.
Oh shit.
They had sent me for R&R.
Right.
And you're supposed to go 4 days and fucking damn sandstorms and everything. Ain't nobody flying. So it ended up turning into a week. And the day that I got back, my first sergeant's like, hey, gotta talk to you. I was like, what's up? And he told me what happened. And I was shocked and I got mad.
Yeah.
And I got mad because I looked at our AO. Like, my AO was fucking like 2 square miles, bro. Like, You could cover it literally about 100 times, dude, in about 6 hours.
Damn.
But they had every fucking battery and platoon as a patrol set going through that motherfucker. So you would think that as much as we were traveling that we would have it guarded pretty good. Mm-hmm. But in my mind, I'm like, dude, if I want to fuck up Americans, this is what I'm going to do, and this is where I'm going to put it at. You know what I mean?
Right.
So not that I predicted it was going to happen, but when you see, like, in light of what happened, you're like, it was almost inevitable. Like, I don't know. It's like we're pushing the envelope for no reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So when he told me that, like, I was like, kind of like chuckled. I was like, are you serious? Are you joking? And he's like just real somber and just kind of like, he had no reaction anyhow. Motherfucker looked like Sergeant Slaughter and shit. But yeah, dude. So I was like, fuck. And it was pretty hard. And like Clark, who was with them, this dude is probably one of the funniest characters too. Like, you talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and fucking these guys. Like, I remember one night and we were going to JRTC. Matter of fact, it was before that deployment. We went to JRTC, and me and him were one of the first chalks going back on the bus. And for some reason, they had a manifested fucking 10 hours before we got on the bus.
Jesus Christ.
So we sang Brooks and Dunn, Brooks and Dunn's. What's it called? Not even Brooks. Is it Garth Brooks? Blame It All on My Roots.
I'm not sure, bro. I don't listen to country that much.
Either way, if I hear it, I'll know. But we sang that shit for 10 hours, bro, until we got on the bus. And like, this is, it's sad and stuff like that, but it's the little things that you remember. You know what I mean? Like, I remember Snowburger fucking chewing and just wanting to learn everything. Soak it all in, just fucking take everything. And the same thing about Clark, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's funny. It's a trip, like, because artillery is such a small world. And
it is.
When I was in Korea, my BC out there, apparently he was Captain Thomas. Apparently he knew Snowburger as well. So
really?
Yeah, he was a black dude. Sounded kind of Jamaican-ish. He was
Thomas, tall guy.
Huh?
Tall guy.
About my height, maybe 5'11", 6 feet tall, thin, black dude.
Did he come from Drum?
That's where he knew him from. Yeah. So and then Nygaard is another cat that said he knew him as well. So yeah, dude, it's a trip. Just small ass community, and that dude. It's just crazy how one person that we all know keeps us in common in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, dude, without a doubt, bro.
It's a fucking trip. So, all right. So, how long were you in fucking in goddamn
Bro?
for that?
I was about 5.5 years. So I deployed twice with them. So, like, honestly, dude, so my dude, I only went to Riley and Carson after that.
Okay.
And if I had the opportunity, I would have went back to drum in a heartbeat.
Get the fuck out of here! Are you serious, dude?
Like, a lot of people didn't like it because of the cold, like the weather. Like, I'm from Colorado, so I mean, I grew up when it actually snowed, not this shit that it has now, on fucking El Nino and damn shit like that, global warming. But and don't get me wrong, the cold was fucking cold, bro. Like, I mean, cold. And people trip out like, oh no, we go to Alaska to go train. I'm like, bro, we used to have Alaskans come do cold weather training in Fort Drum. It just got that cold.
Yeah.
They didn't like the lake effect snow, the nor'easter storms. Mm-hmm. Like, if it was calling for like 4 inches of snow, you can just tack on an automatic like at least 10 inches.
God damn, dude. And y'all still PT and shit like that and worked out in that?
Fuck yeah, bro. Like, we would do I remember one time it was almost a blizzard, and this was, I think, after or before the second deployment. Sergeant Stevens, high speed motherfucker. He was like, it's kind of like Atchison when it comes to like regulations and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like scab and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this dude, he was like that, dude, and he's just a PT stud. Like, he could get 300 in his sleep, bro.
Right.
But he was cool as fuck, and he had just gotten PRK, so I was still recovering from surgery that I had.
Gotcha.
And well, one of them, but so we're running, dude, and it's a blizzarding. Motherfuckers wearing like big ass black tents from the snow because it's blinding snow.
Right.
And dude, it's a blizzard. We got probably about at least 1.5 feet of snow, and we're doing Reaver Ridge Loop, and that's where we did our 10 and 20K because it was a 6.5 or 6.3 mile loop around Fort Drum.
Nope. Fuck that. Y'all keep that shit, man.
Bro, we put on, the only thing that really wasn't covered was our feet, but you learned to do that. You would have your PT jacket, whatever, right? Your soak weights. And there they teach you how to actually keep yourself warm. Like, you wore the 7-layer system the right way.
Oh, no.
And I try to teach people how to do it at fucking Riley and at Carson, but they're like, nah, you're stupid. I'm like, okay, bro, freeze. But, but yeah, dude, we would have our baklava on, our beanie, and then our neck gaiter. And then we'd have our bear claws, right? And then we just had little mittens inside the bear claws because those things get fucking hot. And we would run, bro. We'd go do our little 4, 6. Like, every week it would increase. You start off with like a 2 mile, quick little jog on whatever day. And then 4, 6, and 8. We did that with our ruck marches as well.
So, I mean, but like work-wise, so you did PT, but did you actually work when it?
Yeah.
What did you fucking do? Aside to,
bro, we did artillery skills, bro. We did proficiency skills.
Or y'all just shovel fucking snow out of the motor pool?
We did both, bro.
Oh, darling.
We did both. We fucking.
What gun were you on?
So we stopped going to the field probably like in I would say November.
Mm-hmm.
Through January. Like, it was like a 2-month because you got your block leads and all that stuff. But I remember going to the field, and we went for 3 weeks. Like, our shortest field problem was probably 2 weeks.
Right.
So when I got to like Riley, and they're like, "Oh, we're going for 3 days," and they're all scared. I'm like, "The fuck?" I was like, "All right, cool." Hey,
fuck, that must be new Army shit there.
It was. We'll get into that in a bit, but but yeah. So I remember she was like -30, bro, and we're carrying rounds. Like, nobody knew about law, dude. I tried to bring up law at Carson. They're like, "What's law?" I was like, "Are you serious?" And there was only one other dude. He was I forget his name, but he was at Alaska, and they used law too. It was lubricant Arctic weather. It was just a thicker COP, so shit wouldn't freeze. But just humping rounds, bro. Fucking staying out there. We had our potbelly stoves and shit.
Yeah.
It was good times, bro. Like I said, that molded me into like my mentality for, being a soldier and leader and stuff like that.
It's a trip. Like, I mean, nowadays, those hardships out there, living out there in the field in the gun line like that brings motherfuckers closer together. You know what I mean? You get really
good, bro.
I remember just basic training. Check this shit out. We were doing that Freedom Town or whatever the fuck we're supposed to go. It's like a 36-hour operation that we had to do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They made us fucking pack our shit into your two buddies in one duffel bag. So, anyways, we had all our shit in there. My fucking battle buddy, Petkus, ends up getting fucking sick as shit. I don't know his combination. All my shit is inside his motherfucking duffel bag. Bro, it's like day 2. It stopped raining. I'm freezing my balls off, bro. So, luckily, Messervy, me and him became really tight that night, bro. I'm talking about me and him were fucking in one goddamn sleeping bag, cuddled together, bro. No gay shit going on. Just trying to stay warm. Because fuck it, I'll tell you,
bro.
It's fucking Oklahoma between November and March is some of the coldest fucking weather. And
that humidity, bro.
Oh, you get really close to people really quick. Shit. But yeah, dude. And as much as you hate the time that you're out there, it fucking also, those are days that we live, and I kind of miss them though, in a way, if that makes sense.
It kind of gives you a sense of appreciation for, a different outlook on stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I yearn to go camping, bro, just to go to the field. You know what I mean? But, yeah, bro, I totally get that, bro. I remember, matter of fact, that field problem, we're out there shooting and it's like -30 and shit like that. I don't know why fucking our chief put us on a goddamn area that was canted, right? It's like this. Our stove is on a flat part up here for the most part. Right. Everybody is sleeping on a trench. The motherfucking the JPA, whatever it was, fucking leaks down and it gets on me only. So I'm like sleeping in motherfucking diesel and shit. And dude's like, hey man, you smell that shit? I'm like, what the fuck? Like I was just kind of like, I had a rash all over.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we can't send you back to get a new sleeping bag. You're gonna have to go ruck with somebody else or sleep in your shit. I was like, what the fuck? So same thing, bro. Got bonded pretty quick with my section.
Yes, sir. Y'all get comfortable quick. So so you did 2 deployments with them. The first one was out there in the Baghdad area, right? And the second one, where were y'all at?
Kirkuk.
Okay, that's northern Iraq. How did that go? Any good stories or shitty?
Yeah. I would say better than the first one, but like I don't know. I would say I had more fun.
Yeah.
First one wasn't fun. Just I got fucking blown up by a rocket 3 months into the deployment.
Right.
Hit with an IED, little mortars. And the second one, we got kind of small arms and mortars. So we did more infantry-based patrols. Like right. I shot artillery for 2 months, and I didn't even shoot, I think, maybe one mission in Baghdad. Yeah, that was the one where they had just extended to 15-month deployments.
Oh,
so, and it's pretty long when you're seeing 4 Air Force rotations because they're only doing 4 and 6 months depending on your MOS. You know what I mean? We get there, dude, and as we get ready to leave, Matt, I was like a month before we get ready to leave, you see the same crew coming back. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
But that one was cool, man. Like I said, it went by. Like it was one of those ones that was fun because of what we were doing.
And you were in Kurdistan too, right?
What's that?
You were close to Kurdistan as well from Kirkuk, no?
So Kurdistan is actually, Kirkuk is in Kurdistan. So a lot of people don't know what Kurdistan is, which is a sovereign nation, right? It borders the 5 countries: Iraq, Iran, Syria, Turkey, and I already say it? The other one?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Either way,
that's what we got.
It's one of them out there. So it just kind of makes a big old like circle in between all those countries, and all those little cities or states that are inside of there are part of Kurdistan.
Right.
So, but yeah, so it was cool, dude. Just out there. I mean, the women were beautiful, bro. But they're not the ones that you could see because it was more. You have a lot of more westernized culture out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people don't understand what westernized means. It's just they're Christians,
wear
if you will.
Jeans as well.
Yes, wears jeans. They wear jackets, makeup. They do their hair. Dudes are wearing fucking their beards on ice and shit. Right. And I tell you what, that's probably where I got some of the best haircuts and shaves at, bro.
Shit.
They had the Turkish dudes, bro. Like those guys were on point. They give you the skin fade with the razor.
Oh,
and I was just telling my barber the other day they used to take Q-tips with alcohol.
Yeah.
And they would light them on fire. And they'd go right here. They'd burn on like your ear hair and like around your fucking shit, dude. You look clean, bro. Like you trying to model for some shit.
Fuck all that, Chief. I'm cool. I was just happy because we go up there and were you there when Pounds was there as the first sergeant?
No. I think Pounds was in a different. I think it was in a different brigade though.
No, because Pounds became our first sergeant in Bravo Battery.
Are you talking about that Carson?
Carson, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he was my smoke. He was my smoke in Mosul back in 2009 when we deployed out there. So we used to go to not Kirk. We used to go to Kurdistan.
Warrior?
Huh?
Fob Warrior?
No, we didn't go to no fucking fobs out. Well, when we were in Mosul, we were in Marez, but we used to go up north to Kurdistan because there was some missions that we used to do out there for stupidity.
Mania?
I don't know the fucking names. All I know
was it nice?
There was a badass fucking church on the side of the mountain that we went to. So fucking, but anyways, the cool part was, when you got there, I would tell my fucking, Smoke would be like, he'd see me put on my fucking backpack and he's like, where you going? I'm like, going on a quick patrol around the streets real quick. So I take my dismount and he's like, just make sure you got me. Like, I got your Smoke, bro. Heineken, motherfucking liquor, everything in that backpack.
They had liquor stores there, man.
Yeah, that's why he knew where I was going. But
yeah.
We had great times out there.
Oh, dude, that was we had a block party, so we had to choose. We're at Warrior, right?
Okay.
Because you had Warrior, and then out in Mosul there was
we had Diamondback,
Marez, and there was
Marez.
Which one?
Diamondback and Marez. Diamondback was the airfield, and then Marez was right next to it.
We had one of our batteries and an infantry platoon out there.
Okay.
I forget where it was at because we had to take Route Trans Am in order to get over there. And Trans Am fucking sucked, dude.
Toyota was the worst one, brother, that we had out there.
So we did Route Cherry. That was our mission, was Cherry and the oil line.
Okay.
Which fucking sucked, dude. But yeah, we had a block party out there. So I had like these hats here. I had a buddy of mine that I knew from before I joined the Army. He made these hats for everybody free. Hell. And yeah, bro, I had to do that. Dude hooked me up with all sorts of like college hats. You wanted some type of college hat, doesn't matter D1 through D3.
Yeah, I
had it. And
I think I do remember seeing you in with the trunk of your car. Was it you with the trunk of the car that had fucking hats galore in a duffel bag?
Probably.
Or in a I remember somebody had a fuckload of hats, dude. I'm like, God.
So it could have been the PBO too, because I traded that motherfucker for a bunch of knives.
Hold on.
A shitload of knives, but yeah, dude. So we get I get these hats in, and one of our patrols so we had 4 platoons, and everybody did a different mission. We were dealing with the IA and these different IA battalions. Right. We had dudes that were dealing with IPs, and the guys who deal with IPs, they would go up north, and those are the ones that are going to the liquor store and shit. So dudes would come back with some motherfucking Adderall and some gin and vodka.
Nice.
I don't know how. It was a Saturday night. Nobody had missions the next day. It was either some kind of training day or maintenance day. And we always had a thing where we did maintenance when we came back from patrol.
Right.
So if our truck was messed up, we stayed and fixed until it was done.
Right.
Most of it was just a quick little tie rod change, which our guys got down to like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or it was just a good fucking quick little check. So even on our training days, we did some type of battle drill scenarios, kind of went over it, walked over it, or it was medical training, right. Some kind of first aid shit.
Right.
But so that night, dude, we're fucking gin and juice, bro. Motherfucker, we had that orange Tang and the fucking wind leaders.
Yeah.
So we put that shit in there, and our commander was cool, dude. The first round was cool. Yeah. And so it was my platoon leader right next to me, and then the commander was across from him. I was kind of catty corner. And he's I'm already sorry by that time. But I come back and we're drinking, we're partying, dude. Like, got music going on, everybody's out having a good time, dude. Just taking pictures, right? Nothing going on. Commander's out like, Sergeant Colin, can you just make sure not everybody's up too late and kind of keep it down? I was like, Roger, sir. I'll go tell those first classes over there the same shit. But
right.
So dude, it was cool, man. It was a good time, bro. Fucking. There was probably about half of us that were tweaked out from fucking Adderall because we were just drinking and fucking whatever.
Right.
And the next morning, it was like an emergency mission, dude. All hands on deck. Ooh. So everybody's getting ready at 6 a.m, dude. And it's already like 110. And we go to the trucks, bro, and we're just dying. Like, fuck, dude. Hope I can stay awake. This and that. 2 hours later, cancel mission, bro. You didn't hear shit, dude. It was crickets, bro, until fucking 10 o'clock at night when everybody got up to go to midnight chow.
Of course. Dude, I mean, you got to find your ways to entertain yourself out there. I mean,
bro.
Especially when the fucking Gatorade is free and you happen to have some shit. There's a lot of people walking around with fucking Gatorades. It ain't because they're trying to get their electrolytes either. Shit,
There's a different form of electrolytes.
For real, dude. So when you got back, did you go to Riley and then Carson, right? So where'd you go to Riley? What unit in Riley?
5.
Hamilton Zone?
Yep.
Right on.
Damn, she was Alpha Battery again.
How was Riley for you? How'd that treat you?
Bro, it was a culture shock. So I left drum, shit was April of 2009.
Okay.
And I went on leave, whatever, and I got there May 2009. And I walk in, dude, and one of my buddies, who was a corporal,
okay,
and shit, he just had a distinct voice, Godwin. And I walk into the battalion, right? Because at that time, they were still doing the MIT mission as far as Hamilton Zone was. So that's when they were transitioning to brigade combat teams and all that other shit.
Right.
So they were down in Camp Funkston's, they called it, was old Riley. And everybody was transitioning to the new part of Riley. And so I walk into the battalion, and I just hear Godwin, "Get the fuck down." And I was like, oh, shit, Godwin. Like, I knew he was going. I just didn't know when he was going to get there.
Right.
He's like, "It's all clean." I'm like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "This motherfucking soldier, blah, blah." And he tells me, right? And he's just got that hardcore, like, country accent, if you will.
Right.
Like Virginia, Arkansas, something, I don't know, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I want to make sure he's not abusing, because he was a corporal. He's laterally promoted still. And so I want to make sure he wasn't abusing his power, if you will. So I walk past him, I'm going to S1.
Yeah.
And then you just hear from the other end of the hall, "Who has that soldier down?" And Godwin was like, "I do." And the guy's like, "I do what?" He's like, "I have him down." And he does an about face to look. You just see this big burly dude walking by. And it's the Rear D Sergeant Major, First Sergeant Walter. Yeah. And he's like, "We don't smoke soldiers here. We do oak tree counseling." And I did literally fucking halt in place. I did an about face. And I walked back. I was like, "Excuse me, First Sergeant." I was like, "What did you just say?" He's like, "We don't smoke soldiers here. We do oak tree counseling." I was like, "I've never heard of oak tree counseling." I was like, "What is that?" Mm-hmm. And he tells me, we talk to the soldiers, find out what's going on, blah, blah, blah. I was like, "When did this happen?" He's like, "Back in 2007. I was like, "I just came for a drum, and I literally got smoked a week ago by my first sergeant. Every NCO in the battery got smoked. And motherfucking snow." He's like, "Well, your unit at Fort Drum is fucked up." And I was like,
and that was the beginning of the downfall, right?
I was like, wow, all right. In process, and matter of fact, I get there, and one of my youngest brothers, one of his friends that he went to middle school and high school with, ended up joining the Army, and he's at Riley. So I know him, Goodman, and he's in the training room. And I was like, "Hey, dude, I recognize you." He's like, "Oh, you're Miguel's brother." I was like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" I was like, "What are you, like a 42 Alpha or some shit?" He's like, "No, I'm a 13 Bravo." I was like, "What the fuck you doing in the training room?" And he's like, "I don't know." First sergeant just pulled me aside. And this first sergeant was probably the fucking coolest dude ever, bro.
Oh,
he was the first sergeant who you wanted to have, where if you weren't doing shit, you're not doing it there. You're like at home. Okay. You know what I mean? He's like, "Hey, if we ain't got nothing to do, fucking, I ain't gonna keep you guys here for no fucking reason." Right. And he was fucking country as fuck. When Dolly Parton's Jolene came on, you knew it was time to go home. And that shit came on about between 14:30 and 15:30. And he would kick everybody out because him and a couple of the other platoon sergeants, they like to bow hunt. Okay. So they kick everybody out, and from the front of the entrance of the cough to the back door, the gray area, they would set up targets, and they practice shooting.
Fucking
I don't know how many dudes they almost fucking killed because they come into the back door and fucking arrow just says they walk in. He's like, "What the fuck?" But I think it was cool, man. Like I said, you just kind of how you say, all the trials and tribulations you go through and shit like that. Yeah, you become close with your guys. Even the soldiers. Like, I learned some stuff. I didn't like it. It was real slow pace from what I was. I mean, think about any type of
unit to a mechanized unit, right?
Oh yeah, bro. It was 180 degrees. Like the only thing that I liked and I excelled at was when they did the graded missions. I'm like, "I got you. Watch this shit." Right. And my platoon sergeant, he was he liked to say he was from Drum. He was part 10th Mountain, but he was down in Polk, and we used to talk to shit out to those guys all the time. But he was cool as fuck. He was light. And he's like, Colin, you can help me? And then little Padilla, like a little Mexican platoon sergeant, like, Colin, you can help me? Colin, you can help me? I was like, I got you, Smoke. What's up? Got you, Smoke. What's up? So went there and then deployed on another bullshit mission, bro, for like 7 months. Like, back to Cook, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Like two years later, bro. So when I was in drum, we left in September of 07.
Okay.
Yeah, September 07. And me and a few other people came back in November because we stayed like an extra month to go to K&B to do like the wash rack and port shit and all that stuff.
Okay.
Which was cool because we went to the zoo and the motherfucking museum, the aquarium, and the malls and shit. But it was cool, man. But yeah, we went up there, dude, and it was a bullshit mission, bro. Like I would still say that the commanders fucking sucked dick just to get on that mission because the whole brigade left except for us. So they left in March. We ended up going in like June or July or some shit.
They gotta beef up the OER, man. They gotta beef it up,
dude. That's all it was, bro. And when we got there, they're like, "Oh, hey, you're in charge. You know, you guys are gonna do this." And so because I was already in Cook for the 15 months, 16 months, they're like, "Hey, can you train everybody on TTPs and everything? All the routes and so forth." So I was like, "Yeah, no, whatever, bro."
Right.
So I did all the training, bro, everything for fucking battle drills, truck, fucking TTPs and whatnot. I was like, all right, bet. And so we go there, dude, and like, all right, you can't go more than 800 meters past the fob. And it was just an open area they were trying to do construction at.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, what do we do? Like, we just sit here for 10 hours. We just kind of rotate positions. And literally, we're rotating within like a 400-meter box. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, are we just waiting to get shot so we can react or what? And then we go to another construction kind of outside the fob a little bit because they were starting to tear down Fob Warrior, right? Because they're trying to give it back to the Iraqis.
Right.
And shit. And nothing, bro. I was like, had you told us that we ain't got shit for you to do, we just want you to drive around and be a presence, I'd have been like, cool. Yeah. But we tried to justify it. Dude, I did, honestly, I don't know how I didn't lose rank. Yeah. I told every commander, up to the brigade commander, they were full of shit. Just because of that, I don't know. But I guess I took offense. I'm like, dude, this ain't fucking no real shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, I felt that way with my deployment to Afghanistan. I don't really consider that a deployment because it was more of
which one, 2012 one?
Yeah. I mean, all I did was train the fucking ANA in on artillery, and that's it. I mean, it was a deployment per se, but it wasn't like I got to do what I wanted to do, which was fucking go kill motherfuckers. But it is what it is, and fuck it, 2 tears in the bucket, fuck it. So what's up? Okay, so you made it back. How long were you in Riley for then?
3 years.
3 years. God damn. So when did you get to Carson then? What year did you get to Carson?
2012. I was actually I was trying to go to meet you guys over there, and they said no because they sent Mason. Mason was the last person they took. Black Mason?
Black? The FTC.
FTC. There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
Because White Mason was still back. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Because me and
White Mason went to become a fucking AIT, not AIT. What the PLDC? WLC instructor.
Oh, yeah.
PLC, whatever the fuck it's called now. He went to do that, I think. So, right on.
Yeah, so it was him, me, old Rafa, Outlaw, and that's when Sergeant BJ Buenviaje got there. So I got there in 12, bro. And I did schools. That's all I did is I did rear D training on the circle, like with Sergeant BJ. He's like, hey, you're going to be my gunny. I was like, on who? They were already there. I was like, whatever. I was like, we're going to train these guys, these soldiers on doing some shit. But, yeah.
Right on. Yeah, because we got back from that deployment. We left in March, got back in November. And, all the gun line, they got to shoot. Leon got to shoot. Everybody got to fucking shoot, except for my monkey ass got stuck at the A-lock for the first month. And I damn near fucking went crazy. And a lot of shit talking came from that fucking early part of the deployment. And then from there, we ended up going to Canberra, and we got to train the motherfucking the ANA, and that was awesome. That was fucking awesome. What's cool is actually
DC-30s or whatever.
Yeah, they're what are they called? D-30s? Yeah, the D-30 howitzer. That thing, I mean, it is what it is. But the cool thing is, I just spoke to my Terp, the one that I had over there in Afghanistan. He's actually out here in the States now and fucking living in Georgia. So that was pretty cool. I'm probably gonna have them on the podcast too and shit. So all right, so we end up coming back. Everybody gets back to and we're together. You were in Bravo, right? You didn't go to Alpha. You went to Bravo with us, right?
Yep.
So our first sergeant was Amaral and the commander was Martin, right?
Yes.
All right. So Outlaw ended up leaving. I remember that. Whose section did you take over?
Was Scabbett gunny at that time? I mean, Scabbett was gunny, but did he have a section when he was over there, or was he gunny over there?
He was gunny over there.
Okay. Bro, I don't fucking know.
I don't know either, bro. All I remember was, dude, I can't even remember who were your soldiers. Who were your soldiers?
So at the time, I had Woodson, Veal, fuck. I took over some of your soldiers, as a matter of fact.
Did you?
Yeah. Who the fuck was it? Skinny ass white dude. He tried to pawn himself off that he was an SF and all this other shit. But anyhow, I didn't have any NCOs, dude. It was just me and fucking a couple specialists. But I almost didn't have a section because when Sergeant Major Mendoza came back, like, I didn't know him, but he already had like preconceived notions. And he's like, if you're going to chief for me, you're going to be air assault qualified and blah, blah, blah. But I was like, I told Sergeant BJ, I'm like, all right, dude. I was like, a matter of fact, Scabby and then were telling me, like, yeah, you got to be air assault qualified. I was like, how? I was like, and, you know, me being me, I was like, I can fucking air assault fucking these guys when it comes to rigging, like fucking my eyes closed. Because that's all we did in drum, dude. Like fucking literally, we rigged fucking air assaulted fucking howitzers, drop them off, go fucking rig. Like there was nothing. So,
well, we all know how Smash was. You know, I will slide your ass out. I'll slap some mayonnaise on you and slide your ass out the military or out the army. I don't know if you were there for that fucking beautiful briefing that he gave.
No, everybody kept on saying that he's like, either you're with me or against me. If you're against me, you're my enemy. If you're enemy, I'm fucking take you out or some shit. Whatever his little motto was.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
were you there when he chewed my fucking ass out in front of everybody and their mama when we were getting ready to do the battalion fucking? We were doing ASPT as well as we were doing fucking weapons training and all that bullshit all in the back of the cough.
What's that? You had a tasking, didn't you?
240 Bravo. Yeah.
I can't remember what I was doing, dude. I think I had a task and I was helping out with the task. I remember that shit.
Holy shit, dude. It was fucked up is I had gotten the document. All the paperwork that was given to me was from higher. So I was going straight off of that shit, teaching exactly like, because they wanted me to teach it word for word as it was on the paper, which some of it I didn't agree with because I've had a 240 Bravo since I was a private in Baghdad. So but I was like, okay, I'll read this shit. So I'm fucking pitching it to the Sergeant Major. Whoo! Did he fucking work me, brother? I'm telling you, I was like on my knees. Luckily, I had my fucking eye pro on because this man would have seen me burning a fucking laser through his eyes. Luckily, fucking Smoke Cummins had my back. So Smoke, because that dude, I'm telling you, Sergeant Major blasted me in front of everybody, dude. And fucking Cummins went and had my back, and then Cummins started getting fucking chewed out by Sergeant Major, dude. Woo!
Cummins didn't give a shit though.
Yeah. I mean, fucking.
It was cool.
Yeah, Cummins was fucking cool as shit, man. You know, I have a lot of great memories of him and y'all. I mean, a lot of it's also at the baseball field. I started thinking about what you were talking about, the softball games. Dude, of course. Do you not remember the fucking joke about you had one job, Lopez, one job to catch the ball?
I was going to see if you were going to bring it up, dude.
Yeah, I remember that, man. I remember that very well.
Yeah, man. So kind of speaking on that a little bit, fast forward, right, we had our softball game, and it was my birthday. Like my birthday just passed last Saturday on the 25th.
Happy belated.
I appreciate it. And so they're like, oh, it's your birthday? Like, and I wasn't trying to tell nobody because I already knew how they were, especially the Cummins and whatnot. They're like, oh, we're going to go out and get fucked up.
Right.
My wife wanted to do like dinner and just hang out at the house.
Mm-hmm.
Peer pressure's a motherfucker, bro. So we had to go into Kelly O'Brien's.
Yeah.
And just taking, the fuck are they? I mean, I think that's what got me on to Fireball. They're like, oh, you got to try Fireball. Like, cool. Right. I ain't just drinking, dude. Fireball, fucking no, this and that. Dudes, motherfucking karaokeing. All of a sudden, that song by Vic, Wobble, comes on. And, like, everybody's just dancing, like, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, wobble. You know that one? So, I guess we're on stage, and I don't remember too much. But I guess the bartender owner, I think she was the owner, whatever. I guess I'm, like, trying to grab her, like, dance there and, like, freak and this and that. And, like, me and fucking Lowry are trying to do, like, some dances and shit, fucking whatever. Well, anyhow, the next weekend, I think, is Wong's birthday. So we go back over there. Well, I got my wife with me and her cousin, right?
Right.
Cool. Like, hey, we'll all go out, go shoot some pool, have some drinks. Well, here she comes. She's like, hey, do you remember me? You're trying to dance with me and free. She's going like this. And she gets in front of me. I was like, and Cummins luckily fucking kind of stepped in front so that shit wouldn't be seen. I was like, oh,
shit.
Yeah, bro.
I hope that your old lady doesn't watch this fucking podcast anytime.
Not either. But I was like, I don't remember any of that shit. She's like, yeah. And Lowry's like, nah, that was me. That was me.
Oh, fucking Lowry, man. At least he tried to take the team there, man. Dude.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you were at that game when he tried to slide into home, and this dude, I don't know how, he like snapped his ankle. Like his shit was like that big.
Oh, I don't know. I went to a lot of those games, but Emily was still a baby at the time, and so was Sophia. So it was difficult with the kids and shit. But it was fun, and I remember just going out there for the fun of it, dude. You know, I would go in.
Great times, bro.
Yeah, and then drinking and fucking baseball and just talking shit because there were no bigger shit talkers than fucking 277 Bravo Bat or 277 at all. We were just talking shit, dude.
I remember Abelos during Iron Horse Week.
I was about to bring that up, dude.
Remember that Sergeant Major tried getting on him about some shit?
Yep. That's dude. He's like, that motherfucker tried to start pulling rank and shit and civilian clothes. Like, come on, dude. We're just talking.
He's like, dude, rank don't fucking matter in this shit.
Even the wife, man, they were, what was it, Abelo's wife? She was out there just woofing shit, dude. I was like, yeah, let's get it, dude.
He lives a couple blocks down from me.
What was that? Oh, my bad, dog. It looked like it's going to start raining.
Oh. Yeah, Abelos lives a couple blocks down from me.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring that fool on the gun line over here, man. Maybe he'll make a surprise guest stop one day. Dude. Yeah. Fucking then you ended up getting you got medically retired también, no?
Yeah, after the last deployment, so we deployed one more time in 14. After that, I had to get neck surgery. Oh, so I had a disc replacement.
That's you went over there. You got the gunny slot, and they put you as a gunny sergeant over there, right?
Before we left, actually.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, where did y'all go deploy out there? Was it to CAF?
Yeah, we went to CAF. So like everybody went to different. No, not for me. But it's all right though, dude. I did what I like doing though. Like I mean, I like shooting artillery. I like being a gun, fucking whatever. But I actually went to. I was Sec 4. I was a platoon sergeant, platoon leader, so I had my own little platoon, and that was a pretty cool mission, man. Fucking, it was kind of fucked up as far as one of the places we went was called NDS, which is the equivalent of the CIA, and so. They had their headquarters side and their prison side. I went to the prison side with the I don't know if he was a retired U.S. Marshal, but he was a former Marine too. Me and him would go to that side. And I'm just saying it was some fucked up shit that you see over there, man.
Dude, I know when I was at the A-Lock in Jaff, and they had that little fucking prison there, like, where they catch these fucking terrorists, and there was this one dude that said, all right, because they're recording the fucking, the interrogation. And he said, when you see me take off my hat, shit's about to get real. Dude, those motherfuckers like a fucking light switch, dude. Just hat, and they become a totally different motherfucker, man. Oh.
I said, like, you can't really, I mean, you could try to explain it, but it doesn't, like you have to physically see it to be like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Dude, it tripped me out because these motherfuckers, they're supposed to go and pray like 5 times a day and shit, right? So we would go and walk them to the showers and to the shitters. So every few fucking minutes, they're like, oh, like, dude, no, you're not going to fucking play me, guy. Or I got to go use the bathroom. As we're going to the bathroom, they want to stop and pray. I'm like, no, guy, and you got to rough them up a little bit. Like, get your monkey ass. I hated them, dude. I fucking hated them. But anyways, so how you enjoying retired life now, man?
I love it, bro. Like I regret, and I kind of regret, like I look back and be like, hey, could I make better decisions where I could have finished out the last 5 years? But I don't regret it, dude, because I don't think that I would have and be where I'm at had I not got medically discharged. Like, it was kind of my own doing.
Mm-hmm.
But at that time, like I said, I'd rather had medically retired than for somebody to try to chapter me out and some shit.
Right.
So it got stupid, bro. And I was like, fuck, like I wanted to fight, dude. I really wanted to just whoop some ass.
Dude, I mean, I left in, let's see, because they started my med board in fucking July of 2014. I was out in January 2015. And at that time, I could already see like the weird shit that was going on. First of all, they started bringing all the fisters over, and they started like trying to integrate everybody together. There was just too much happening at one time. And then Pounds, he was my fucking first sergeant, so which luckily I knew him from back then. So
Yeah.
I had a little bit of leeway since I was already getting chaptered out. I didn't have to mesh with them too much, or with the battery. So what kind of like differences did you start noticing with let's say 2015 forward? What was going on with the unit?
So I actually left for a year and a half. So when in 2012, like I went to all these classes, right, waiting for you guys to get back and shit. Combative, sharp, MRT, fucking. I think EO was like the only one I didn't get a chance to go to. Yeah. So anyhow, that's when they started bringing back the MRT. Like brigades weren't doing it, fucking battalions weren't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know what, we're going to bring it back to in processing. So they had a new method to revamp MRT for all in processing. So when you get there, it's already complete. And so Fonzie's like, I was the like me and Proc and Fonzie kind of, I was like they put me up as landing ammo when we got back from deployment.
Okay.
And they're like, hey man, we want to make room for Medley, kind of get him some time as gunny. So I'm like, cool. So I didn't want to, but I was like, whatever, bro. I got my gunny time, whatever. I'll go get some staff time. So he took over as gunny. I went up landing ammo, and I kind of find out like, that's kind of fucked up, bro. Fucking landing ammo was like that little black hole that kind of puts you in.
Yeah.
But it worked out in my favor. I did some landing ammo, but there's other people helping me out, and they were kind of taking care of it. Okay. So I was around with Proctor. Fonzie was out at, I think, Master Gunner School or something like that.
Right.
Proctor was already qualified. So he's like, hey, man, you want to go help me certify some guns? I was like, sure. So I was the assistant Mike Golf, I said in my head. I mean, I did. I mean, I was fucking – I knew what I was doing, bro. Like I said, I know light artillery like the back of my hand. So
right.
Did all that shit. And after that, he's like, Fonzie's like, comes back. He's like, hey, man, they want you to go up to in processing. It's a 6-month stint. I'm like, fuck, no. I don't want to be over there, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
That was the best gig in the Army, dude.
No shit.
I went over there, and I was solely just teaching MRT.
Okay.
Well, I know how to teach MRT. Like, I knew what I was doing. And, I would teach 2 hours a day. Like, I would go in at, like 11, maybe noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 11. I would start at 12:30, and I was done by like 2:30, dude, and I go home.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So I did that, and we revamped it to like some days I'd come in the morning. Yeah. But as soon as I was done in the morning, I was gone. There was like one day where I stayed 4 hours. But dude, that was it, dude. I was in the best shape of my life. I got to go. I got linked up with WCAP. I don't know if you've ever been there on post. Mm-hmm. It's a world-class athlete program. So that's where all the Army's Olympians go. The wrestlers, the boxers, the runners.
Okay.
And I got to train with those dudes for a year, bro. Yeah. So like you doing the in processing, that's where networking comes in fucking hand, bro. And I networked the shit out of that. Like I recruited softball players because, like I said, I was still playing softball. I ended up being the post softball coach for a little bit before I got out too. But yeah, dude, it was awesome, bro. I was there for a year and a half. They come back and they're like, hey, our manager's like, hey, we need you to come back. I'm like, for what? And they're like, well, it's just going to hurt your career. I was like, listen, unless you're going to give me another E7 slot that's going to improve my career. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is an E7 slot too, because it was a platoon sergeant slot. I was like, it wasn't within my MIS. They're like, well, we need you to come back. I'm like, all right, what am I going to do? So they made me the S2 N2 IC. And I don't know if Brownlee was there when you were there.
Who?
Brownlee?
Nah.
He was S2, dude. I took over for him. Cool as fuck cat, dude. Like, cool as shit.
Yeah.
But, bro, I didn't do shit there either. Hey.
You started easing into retirement already while you were there then.
Yeah. So from the 14 deployment, right, come back in Thanksgiving 14.
Okay.
But that firefight that everybody got into, like, it wasn't a firefight like we thought. It was like some friendly shit happening, but we didn't know because bullets are flying next to us. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And but after that day, dude, July 9th, like I couldn't turn to the left, and got MRIs finally after like a year because it was like hurting and shit. And they're like, yeah, ain't nothing wrong. I mean, you got something, but it's nothing. January 17, I had to go to the hospital because I couldn't. My back still fucked up from Baghdad. I got blown up, and well, I couldn't move my neck still, and I got even worse to where I ended up losing my right pec and my right tricep. Oh. I had spinal stenosis in my neck, so I ended up losing both my muscles. Damn. And the dude's like, "Well, you could either take care of your back or your neck." I was like, "Serious?" So I had to get neck surgery, and it took a while for that to recover, just because I thought I'd heal pretty fast, but I ended up getting the surgery in June of 17, I think it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude. So I come back from convalescent leave, and new first sergeant in town, dude's like, "Hey, man, you look fat. What the fuck you expect me to do, bro? Be working out with neck surgery?" Like, I've always been a big dude, man, and I was fortunate in my military career where my first sergeant to include pounds and some of these other ones that value like the work that I put in or knowledge and all that stuff, like trying, you know what I mean? And like I said, I was always a big dude,
right?
You know? But he was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to chapter you. Sergeant Major thinks you look fat." I'm like, really? Wow. And that kind of like sparked something in my head. I'm like, fuck you guys. I was like, you want to try to take off, 14 years of all the shit that I did. Right. You know what I mean? I'm coming from surgery. Like, it's not easy. I'm older. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but, it's easy to be like, "Oh, well, you should have been doing stuff. You should have not have been eating. You should have been to this." I was like, fuck you. Like, that's where I kind of just wanted, like,
it's easy for the other side to judge,
Oh, yeah.
And, instead of looking at the holistic fucking person, what they've put in, they just want to fucking just get rid of you, QMP you. Fuck that bullshit, man. So never mind the 14 years that you put in already. All that can go to shit because one asshole said, "You're too fucking fat." You know what? Fuck you, guy. See, and that's people like that get on my goddamn nerves, bro. Again, there's motherfuckers out there that are book knowledge as fuck, but can't lead a motherfucker out of a one fucking door room. Atchison. I will fucking use that name forever. That motherfucker was book smart as shit, but could not read a fucking compass. To this date, that motherfucker tried to tell me how to read a goddamn compass incorrectly. Anyways, I was about to start going on a rant right there, bro.
Yeah, bro, because that was the same way with, I don't know if you know Mansueta.
Yeah, he got there after when I was getting ready to leave.
So he came from one of the mechanized brigades and shit. So he'd been heavy his whole career.
He was the one that got moved over because of an incident that occurred with a different Joe, right? Yeah,
different Joe, a lieutenant or some shit.
Right. Okay.
So, like, he was cool. Like, he was a fellow traveler at the time, I guess.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But whatever. So, like, hey, everybody's doing, so it's me, Fig. I can't remember who else, but we're all doing the Big 3 certification.
Okay.
So he comes to me, he's like, "Hey, man, I need to certify before deployment, blah, 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 blah. Can you show me?" Whatever, bro. I'll show you how to do it. And he's trying to do the smooth talk, like, "Hey, man, can you, write me a pass and this and that?" I was like, "All right, bro, I got you, man." Showed him how to do that shit. Come back from deployment. He's a platoon sergeant for Bravo. I'm the gunny, right? Mm-hmm. And he's matter of fact, it was before I went up to battalion, yeah. So he's trying to have these guys learn fire missions before learning how to do all the degraded shit, like how to prep for a fire mission. And Lieutenant's like, he's like, "Hey, Gunny, is this right?" I'm like, "Fuck, no, it's not, dude." So me and him always butted heads. Like, literally, fuck, when it came to training, I was like, "Listen, bro, you do your PT." Like, he was good at PT. Mm-hmm. He was good at being a bully, if you will. But when it came to fucking light artillery, the dude was dumb as a rock.
Right.
Like, he really was. Like, he didn't do anything when it came to fucking the aiming circles, the glips, none of that shit. So when it came to section Sir ASPT Big 3,
Yeah.
I was running the show. I didn't mind, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so we always had like a little fucking chip on our shoulder. Like we bumped heads, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like always trying to one up me. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to compete with you. Fucking, you're already a first class. I'm a staff sergeant.
Who was our smoke? Because I remember we had Lieutenant Park, but who was our smoke?
We had 3. Or threat.
3. That's what it was. That's right. 3. That's right. Dude,
we had him and then all that shit. But
remember Lieutenant Park fucking getting us lost, dude, out there in the fucking in the snow.
I remember that dude fucking up my leg, dude, at a softball game in Pueblo. Like he came to go watch, and like I had I don't know, my leg was getting tied with some shit, and he's like, "Oh, I know how to do some shit." So he's like just sitting on the IT band, bro. Like I was almost in tears. I'm like, "Fuck." But
my bad, man. Like, go ahead with your story, bro. My bad.
So anyhow, I go do that. He gets promoted, right? Like he makes the list. Okay. When we come back from deployment, I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever, bro. No big deal. Congratulations."
Yeah.
So I go away, do the improv side stuff for a year and a half. He's still there, but he just moves within batteries, right? And as far as I knew, like HHB was usually the senior first sergeant that took over. Right. This dude, like, I don't know what, but either way, the first sergeant who was there, Van Braken, cool as shit, bro. Good guy. Awesome first sergeant. He was a fister. But he takes off. He goes and does whatever next for his career.
Yeah.
And Mansoda takes over. Well, this is before I'm coming back. So he takes over. He's like, "Hey, man, fucking, not going to tape you. You know, you're probably going to get flagged." I'm like, "I mean, you could tape me, dude. I'm literally the first day back from fucking convalescent leave. I've been on convalescent leave for almost 2 months." And this dude's trying to get me to go to the field. I'm like, "Bro, I can't wear a fucking helmet. I can't wear a gear. Like, I'm still recovering from neck surgery. Just because I'm here doesn't mean like I'm healed. You know what I mean?"
Right.
So anyhow, we bumping heads, bro. Like I'm coaching the post team still, right? And they want me to go to Georgia for the Worlds. And he's like, "You can't go." And it didn't dawn on my head until later. I'm like, "Commander already signed the fucking leave saying I can go. How the fuck you saying no, I can't go?"
Right.
And, but anyhow, he's like, "I'm just going to start chapter paperwork on you." And I was like, "Bro, like that's when I lost it." I'm like, "Fuck you, bro. Fuck you." Like my therapist, like luckily he's cool as fuck, dude. He was like, "Hey man, you just need to think about your next step for your career or after career before you go and do anything." I was like, because it wasn't just him, it was him and the sergeant major and a couple other people. Matter of fact, our damn PL at the time too, or not PL, PA, because this dude like acted like he's one of those guys like people didn't understand that the PA goes off what the commander says.
Okay,
you know what I mean? They need numbers. They're gonna, hey, he's not that hurt. He's good to go. Motherfucker's still in crutches, barely walking and shit. But so he, they're doing an assessment like, "Do you plan on hurting somebody?" I was like, "I don't know, probably." And he's like, "Am I one of those people?" And I look him dead in the eyes. I'm like, "Yeah, bro." His tone changed like that.
Shit.
And
time to kick rocks, huh?
So, but entered again I retired. I got my medical retirement, 30%, and 100% to the VA. So,
fucking A, worked out to your benefit. So with that, I mean, how was your transition to civilian life? Did you have any struggles adapting to?
Not too much, man. Because I had in my head that I was gonna just chill out for a little bit. You know what I mean? Once I already knew that I was medically retired and getting benefits and whatnot, I'll be like, cool, it'll come in. My only struggle was like, all right, how long is it gonna take for those benefits to kick in?
Right.
But I got some money saved up and shit like that. So, but about 3 months, dude, and this dude hits me up about the financial stuff. Because in my head, I wanted to go to school and try to do certifications to keep helping people. Like I want to go back on base and do like a lot of the MRT shit. Like I've always had like a fondness to help people. You know what I mean? Like just talking to them, whatever the case is. Coaching, if you will. And this came along and, watching their video and how they're helping families, I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, that fit like my whole family, literally, like my whole family, my whole culture. Mm-hmm. And I was like, cool. I was like, I found a way that I can help people if they let me. But
right, exactly.
So I did that. And then a buddy of mine from Fort Drum, he's active duty. He's here at Carson. We always talk about going into business together. And he got here in 14, I think it was, before I was getting for deployment, 14 or 16. And he's like, "Hey, man, you ready to go into business?" Okay, yeah. So you started looking around, found the subway, and shit, that's all she wrote, bro.
That's what's up, man. I mean, that's definitely great. You know, I mean, from 13 Bravo. Well, let's look at it this way, full circle. You from a misfit per se. Let's say a knucklehead. You know,
Nothing, bro. Everything. I got you.
you know, from a knucklehead to fucking soldier to 13 banger. You know, to retiree and now entrepreneur. I mean, that's a fucking awesome fucking story right there. If you think about it. You know, how do you think the military set you up in any way, or did it set you up for any kind of successes that you're having at this time?
You know what? Honestly, dude, I think the military will set up everybody who's partaking in one way or another. Because even starting from basic training, when they break you down,
Yeah.
like you don't realize what they're doing until you get put into a scenario. You know, how to overcome adversity, being on time, being early, waking up early. Like this morning, I'm tired as fuck, dude. We hired a manager, but she's sick. My normal opener is sick, so I had to train somebody new, which isn't hard, but you know they've been there for over a year. Mm-hmm. So I had to get up at like 5:30 again. I'm like, fuck. So, it trains you in a lot of aspects, dude. Mainly the discipline, the willingness to just kind of overcome any obstacle. Really, you know, find a way through it. You know, then with the MRT background and the training, you know, same thing, just kind of looking at things in a different light. You know, I'm a pretty positive person. I mean, I might get pissed still, like real quick, but
we're only fucking human.
Right. But it's given me the ability to just kind of look at things differently than most people do. You know, some people be like, "Oh, dude, we can't do that." But I was like, "Why not? Why can't we do this way, or look at it this way, or try it this way? If we fucking fail, find a different way, or go a different route." But like I said, it was definitely a blessing. I wouldn't even say in disguise. It was just a blessing. It's just most people don't know, kind of like with MRT, that you know, you're capable of doing certain things. It's just only when you're put into a situation, right, you know, or put into a certain environment. So, you know, we're all a product of our environment, but we adapt with every environment that we come into.
So, some fucking knowledge over here. Oh, free knowledge, man. Free knowledge.
Bro, you know what? It's funny, dude, because part of like that, the financial stuff that I do, that's all it is, dude. It's just education. Yeah. But you know, and it's a little bit off course, a little bit, but I have to put it out there, man, because there's so many people that are taboo when it comes to, you know, retirement, life insurance, savings, right, you know, setting yourself up. Like, dude, like, and when I said that I wanted to help my people, I look at the culture, dude, and I guarantee you could probably relate and see it. You know, you look at the Hispanic culture, not just Mexicans, just Hispanic culture. Look where you come from, whatnot. You know, how many people actually talk about or work towards retirement, like savings? Right. Like this many to fucking maybe like less than 1%. You know what I mean? And I got a lot of friends too. They talk about, you know, the black community and stuff like that. It's just our way, our culture is we work until we can't work anymore, right? Which might be in our 70s or 80s. Right. And then we have our kids look after us until we pass away. Right. Hopefully we got a little bit of money that we can put towards a funeral or something. Right. You know, right? But most of that shit falls on the burden of your kids or other family who might not have fucking $10,000 to spare at a funeral or $8,000 for a cremation. Right. So, you know, I want to kind of like break that barrier, that burden, be like, dude, it's okay to fucking plan for retirement. It's okay to put money away at the bare minimum for a fucking funeral. Right. You know what I mean? For your kids.
You're right about that, dude. And a lot of our people, especially like for the first generations like myself, you know, my parents, they really didn't have this thought of how can I put it, like a savings account, because it was a living for today and, you know, and getting our kids squared away today. They weren't thinking about retirement because that was beyond their fucking realm of reach. You know what I mean?
It wasn't a tool they used. I mean, they weren't taught it. They weren't taught it. You know what I mean?
Right. And I mean, so yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool shit. I mean, if somebody wants to reach out to you, how would they get a hold of you for your counseling services?
So I got a couple of websites. One of them is howmoneyworks.com/Juan_Colin. And it's just, honestly, it's a little financial quiz, 5 questions. Like, do you know how inflation works? You know, do you know what rate is better? And then I have my other one, which is, matter of fact, they're in the email that I sent you. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay. I don't know them off heart, believe it or not. But
you said it's howmoneyworks.com?
Give me a second. Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now. All right. So howmoneyworks.com / or / whatever that fucking slash is that goes this way.
Okay.
Yeah. Juan_Colin. And then from there is a link that'll take you to my page. But that link is wfgconnects.com/Juan_Colin.
All
And
right.
it's under there. They can reach out to me on Facebook.
Here's what I want you to do. If you could do me a favor, after we get done with this shit, shoot me a text with those links. And that way for the viewers on YouTube, you guys can check it out. It's going to be in the description for this video, and it's never wrong to, plan for the future. You know what I'm saying? And shit,
we, and actually, we're trying to do a push. I'm about to have a grand opening in a couple weeks. So maybe you could be part of it if you don't mind this, because it's just some information that you can pass out too. Our company just got bid out by the biggest department within our company, so Pinnacle Financial. Okay. And these guys are fucking amazing when it comes to knowledge, for every little thing and anything. Like, you'd be surprised at what you can do, how to do stuff for your babies, your kids and stuff like that. How to use it for you, how to become your own bank. They call it infinite banking.
No shit.
There's little things that people don't realize that you can do now that you can do based off what you can't do anymore. Like, I'm sure the military went away from pensions, right?
No, did not know that.
2018, they went to a blended retirement, which is a 401k.
Oh, fuck. Wow. All right.
So before, everybody who was grandfathered into that, so you had an option where you can go into the blended retirement, which was stupid, if you had more than X amount of years in. And it's not bad for the new soldiers coming in, because it gives them a 401k they can transfer over. Right.
So they can roll over to a different, if they got out.
Yeah, a different job or whatever the case is. So you can't depend on pensions anymore because they don't exist. Okay. Social Security is probably going to go away in the next fucking 15 to 20 years.
Right.
So what are you going to do? How are you going to survive? You have to look at yourself and what are you going to do for it? And that's kind of what we teach people is like, hey, how to be your own bank, how to set yourself up for retirement and actually stay retired. Okay. Because right now, the average person who retires or set up for retirement, they only stay retired for things like 6 or 7 years before they have to go back to work.
Gotcha.
So we teach you how to do that to where you can stay retired. Yeah.
So they can look up. So this is it's financial advice, right? But pretty much. Okay. So
I'm a financial professional. So
like I said, you'll send me the links so I can go ahead and put them in the description here.
I just emailed you. I just responded to your email, and there it has both of my my links on there.
Awesome. Perfect. I'll go make sure they get them on there. So you guys go ahead and reach out over here to Mr. Juan Colin, or who goes by Steve, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's what my friends and family call me.
I still call everybody by their fucking last name.
I don't lie, bro. There's a homeboy from Drum. I'm like, hey, that's Randall. What's his first name? Like,
how if I know?
Randall.
But, fucking
yeah, man. If you guys are ever in Springs, man, fucking come by, dude. Fucking go to the shop, dude. Have a sandwich. Check out my view.
Oh yeah, where is your shop at? So if anybody's in the Springs, where's your shop at?
South of West Uinta. So whether you're going north or south, I think it's exit 143. Right. There's like a King Super shopping center, but it's going west on Uinta. It's got the perfect view of the Pikes Peak region. You can see Cheyenne Mountain, and then you can see the incline and shit. So
fucking A. You still golf, or is that out of the fucking?
I actually got a golf appointment tomorrow.
Nice, dude. I guess that surgery did work some, huh?
I might have to get another one for my shoulder and my back still.
Orale. All right, Tiger Woods. It's been a pleasure having you here on the Gun Line, man. Thanks
Appreciate
a lot
it, brother.
And sharing some knowledge. And hopefully you might get some new clients here with this shit too. And
if not, man, it's just getting the word out there, bro.
Yes, sir. Any shout outs you want to give before we end up this and wrap this shit up, bro?
No, man. Hey, if ever any of you guys, whether I fucking station with you at Carson, anybody who's watching this, civilian or not, you guys need to talk, man. Don't be ashamed. You always see the memes that, I'd rather listen to you for 6 hours than, be at your eulogy and shit. So, and it's true. We might not always talk to you every day, but just like now, I mean, shit, was the last time I talked to you? It's
for real, dude.
It was like yesterday that we was chopping it up. So, exactly. I think that military connection will always be there for anybody you served with or just in general, anybody who was ever in the military. So, you got any financial questions, hit me up. How to fucking buy a Subway, hit me up.
Hell yeah.
So just don't be afraid. So I appreciate it though, man, for real.
No doubt, man. Thank you for fucking coming on here on such short notice, like 2 days. Like, hey, brother, you want to come onto the podcast? Like, let's do it. And you know what's funny that you did mention that? That I mean, we haven't talked literally since fucking I left in 2015. And you know, maybe we'll like a comment here and there on a fucking Facebook, but other than that, and it's like we just picked up like out of nowhere, dude. Like we're just on the side of the car smoking a fucking cigarette. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what I'm saying. But it's like that, dude. And I think that's that bond that, you know, kind of like we talked about when you're at a nut to butt fucking trying to stay warm.
yeah.
It's that bond that you can't break, dude. And that's what people don't understand, you know, where the stuff that we miss, you know, it's not the army and the rules and the regulations. A lot of them shits are bullshit. It's that camaraderie that you build, you know, that bond, that tightness that nobody can ever take away. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's that fucking that bond, that brotherhood that is brought to us by those bullshit army regulations.
That's true.
That grows from it. All right, man. I appreciate you being on here on the gun line. I hope to have you on here again soon. I'll reach out to you. If you're all down, I'll definitely bring you on here again, man.
Anytime, bro. I'm retired.
I wish I was, brother. I still got a couple of years left because the old lady wanted a new house. So, but with that being said, y'all, thank y'all for listening to the On The Gunline podcast here. Be ready to listen to that midweek memo coming up on Wednesday with myself and Kowalczyk. I hope you all to see y'all here. With that said, love, peace, and hair grease. Rounds complete, intermission, gunline out. Bye, motherfuckers.
Check out my boy.
Yep. Shit, I can't find the stop button.